Well, hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it'd be super fun. I'm just doing some Christmas baking, so I thought it'd be cute just to take you along for the ride. So, first we are starting with some peanut butter Rice Krispie treats, so let me go ahead and walk you through the fun ingredients for those. So the recipe that I am using is from Just So Tasty. I'm gonna go ahead and have a link to it, but we're just gonna start off with is some, oh sorry, you can't see that, a stick of butter, and then a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows that I'm going to pop into the microwave for a minute. Does anybody else have any holiday traditions that you do for baking? Feel free to let me know. This is a brand new one for me. I've never done this before. But I thought it'd be fun. The Rice Krispies, I should say. Everything else that we're going to be making today is stuff that traditionally my family makes every year for the holidays. I wanted to add something different with these peanut butter Rice Krispie treats. Alright, taking marshmallows over to our lovely microwave, and we'll microwave for 1 minute. Okay, so while that is cooking, I'm just going to go and get the pan that we will be using. So heavy. Okay, so just a beautiful, I don't know, big Pyrex pan. And I'm just going to check. So they're not fully, I don't think, good yet. I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, yeah, the butter's not even melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and do like another minute. So it does call for half a cup of peanut butter. I'm just gonna eyeball it because I love peanut butter. And I think that will work out the easiest, so yeah. Alright, that looks a lot better. Get my spatula. So much better. Okay, cool. Why do I still feel like the butter is not fully melted? That's kind of hilarious. I kind of wish I would have melted the butter first, because I feel like it's not working good. I feel like it smells right, but it doesn't look right. So I'm gonna go ahead, cook it for another minute, just to see if it'll get like a better consistency. I'm wishing now, hopefully you can see me. Sorry, I feel like weird. I'm wishing now that I would have cooked it like in a pot. So maybe in the future we will do that. So if it is you, or melt your butter first, because I feel like that's my biggest issue right now. But we're just gonna wing it. Some of it may not be fully melted. I promise the rest of my recipes will be better. This is just the brand new one that I've never tried. So let me go ahead, flip you back around, and we'll try to finish this. I'm just taking, oh my lord, out of the microwave. I'm gonna add in, oh, I feel like I need to do this somewhere else. Alright, so I'm just gonna add in, peanut butter is so finicky. I'm gonna add in what I think is probably a half a cup. Maybe a teeny bit more, because I love peanut butter. Okay. And then, flip around. Let's stir it all together. Oh, it smells so good. If you love peanut butter, yes, sounds like a delicious dish. You can see there's still bits of marshmallows. I don't know if I should like re-microwave this. I don't know. I think that's good. Alright, so I already off camera pre-measured out Rice Krispie treats. Again, or the Rice Krispies. There will be a link to the recipe down below for exact measurements. using a little bit for right now, and then we'll add in some more. I feel like I should have used a bigger bowl, but that's okay. So, ooh, delicious. Yum. Okay. Alright, let's dump in the rest. Doing my best to fold so I don't have a mess on my hands. I think that should be good. So let's swap our bowl out. Our tray. Pan. Go ahead. Dump. Oopsie. This is definitely an arm workout for sure. A hand workout, my lord. It smells though so good. Lord, I'm gonna grab the little spoon thing real quick. Okay, I don't know if you can see. I recommend this thing a lot better. It's actually scraping it all out, which is good. Oh! No, hold on. Fell into the Rice Krispy bowl. We love that. Okay. Making sure that we're getting everything off. My lord. Alright, so I got every little bit out that I could. I don't fully know. I think this might have a bit too much Rice Krispies. I don't know. Something must have like messed up here. Okay, it's about. I don't know. To help push it out, I'm gonna use some parchment paper to get it nice and flat. At least from what I'm seeing, I wouldn't microwave it, or like I already said, I think I would melt the butter first and then add in the marshmallows. I know that that's normal for most of the featured recipes. This one said not to, so I was kind of like, you know what? Let me try it, and yeah, now I know not to do that. So we won't be doing that again. Trying to get this as flat as I possibly can. I might actually pour some chocolate on top, just so it's all nice and even. Okay, so I had bought this ginormous bag of chocolate from, it's like melting chips from Amazon. So, I am gonna take probably about a cup's worth in a little measuring cup, probably a little bit less than that, and just pop it in the microwave. So I'm filling it up about, 2/3 of the way. And then we'll pop that in the microwave and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my melted chocolate. I had to redo it because the first time I did it, I burnt it, unfortunately. I'm just going to drizzle it on. Hopefully I made enough. If not, we could always do more. The first time I did it, I think I burnt it, which is horrible. I think I need to do more. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more. So I'm just gonna do about another cup's worth. Okay, batch number 2. If this is not enough, we're just gonna have to deal with it because I have a lot of other stuff to make and I don't want to annoy, well, I don't want to waste chocolate, I can talk. So freaking hot. Alright. Seems to be working a ton better. I'm gonna give it a couple taps in a second. just to hope that everything kind of smooths itself out. We have a nice even layer. I think I'm gonna, hopefully you can see that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I feel like it looks horrible. It doesn't look that bad, but it's not as like smooth as I want to be. But yeah, let's move on to our next treat. Okay, so our next recipe is going to be peanut butter balls. I kind of go off a slightly different variation than what my family does. So we're just gonna go ahead and do my easier variation. I will include my recipe and I guess maybe theirs as well below, just so you can kind of see. I'm gonna go ahead and melt this stick of butter, and then I also will take this ginormous, I don't know if you can see it, it's like the bigger size of peanut butter. I remove the label and everything on top, this part. Whoa, hello. It's really important to make sure, where are you at? Oh, you're down here. It's really important that you get all of this off because it does have like metal in it. So I always try to be really careful taking it off, and it can spark. And, or I think it has metal, I'm assuming, because I've had it spark on me before. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, melt both of those real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so butter is melted. Peanut butter, I put it in the microwave for about a minute. Oh my lord. It looks like I might have to do it a little bit longer. It seemed fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna pop it in for about another minute. Alright, that seems, oh yeah, look at all that liquid peanut butter. Yum. So delicious. Okay. Scrape it out as best as you can. Alright, so I'm just going to scrape this out and then mix it all together to get a nice smooth consistency. Okay, so once we have that, I went ahead and just stuck it back in the microwave so that it has that nice smoother consistency. Everything is nice and incorporated. I'm just gonna go ahead and this kind of product. Oops, sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and add in a teaspoon. Where are you, camera? Oh, here. Girl. Teaspoon of vanilla. I just use imitation because, yeah, cheap. I'm just using a cupful, maybe a teeny bit more. I have made this before without because I have forgotten to add out, so if you forget or if you don't have any, it will be fine. And then, all I'm just gonna start doing, stirring that in. I should have started with a bigger bowl, but I really do not like to use a lot of different dishes, so this is the bowl we started with, and this is the bowl we shall continue to use. So I'm just gonna cut open my bag of powdered sugars. This is 2 pounds, 32 ounce bag of powdered sugar. Alright, and then I'm just going to start incorporating. Just gonna take a moment to say that I am folding the mixture in. You will get to a point where you are gonna have to get in there with your hands, so you will see me doing that in a bit. I'm just gonna save myself some time and just get in there now. Alright, I changed my mind. We are gonna use a bigger bowl because I just can't. This is so messy. So hopefully, I think you can see this. So we have our finished dough after everything got incorporated. Just pinching off a little bit of dough. It is up to you. I think I tend to make mine probably bigger than some people have. I like a nice biggish bites. I don't like them too small. So I'd say they're probably about an inch in diameter. And then I just have a tray, oopsie, that I am plopping them on. So I am just going to repeat this probably about a million times. I'm gonna go watch Gremlins with my sister. So we will be back in a moment when all of those are completed. Alright, I feel like it has been like forever, but I'm finally back after making 5 million peanut butter balls. So there are those. We're gonna go ahead and melt our chocolate. So our bowl, I think I'm gonna fill it about halfway. And I'm just going to pop that in the microwave probably about 1 minute increments until it is fully melted, and then we'll be right back. Alright, while that is melting, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay out some wax paper or parchment paper. It really doesn't matter. Whoops. Okay. I think that should be good for right now. We will see if we need some more. We probably will, but let me go and get my chocolate. So it only took about 3 minutes for all the chocolate to melt. This is what it looks like. And I'm just using a fork. And just pretty simple. Just gonna plop about, I don't know, 3 or 4 in at a time. And that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this process now about 500 more times. Okay, hi. Just wanted to come in with a little check-in. Let me stop moving. But I finally finished all of them. It looks definitely kind of messy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing. We do have some chocolate. Sorry, there's like a shadow. Still left over, so I'm just gonna let all of these, finish setting. Excuse me. Finish setting up. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the little bit of like extra chocolate, remelt it, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do with that next. Okay, so we are back. So, sorry, I'm gonna try to stay the camera as much as I can. So what my plan to do with the leftover chocolate is to actually utilize some of our Rice Krispies from earlier and to put them in these little molds that are nice and wet now. But we have, I believe, oh my god, that scared me. Seasons ingredients. These are just some snowflakes, and then this is like old. I was hoping to find, I don't know if like you can see, it's pretty yellowed. I don't even think you can really see that well on the camera. But I was hoping that I had some lollipop sticks, and unfortunately I don't, but I'm just going to try to do them without. So, let me go ahead and just, here, well, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna add, I don't want to like over add. I guess I'm like getting right in the light. I don't know if that helps any. Maybe. But just mixing, and I'm really trying to not add too much. I want it to be a good, even-ish amount. I've just had issues before where I add too much and then it's just not very good. But I'm just gonna stop with that for right now. Switch over, got a tray, and I'm just using a little spoon. Just spoon little bits. I think that's gonna work out really good. And that's just simply kind of making like a crunch bar, basically. Or a crackle bar. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, do that a bunch. You can put these in the freezer if you want. I'm not going to, mainly because these are, not all, but most of these will be going into like little gifts that I'm making for people. And I want to make sure that it is not going to melt. It is pretty cold here, but still, I want to just make sure that they set up at room temperature. So, yeah, that is that. Okay, so while those are setting, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next recipe. So this sucker is called, oh, I don't even know if you can see that, KUTA BEETTES. At least how my family said. I think it's also considered to be wedding cookies in some other societies. I'm not fully sure. The recipe I will link down below, but I'm gonna go ahead and start off with 2 cups of flour. 1, 2. Done. Alright. Next ingredient. These are like so simple. Is a cup of shortening. So I have these fun little shortening things that they sell now. And they are just 1 cup little shortening things. They're really pricey. I think the 3-pack was like $6, almost $7. But way more convenient. And hopefully, yeah, they last a lot longer, I'm assuming. Definitely packaging-wise is probably not the best, but I don't know. I don't really use shortening that often. I'm planning, if I can find it, I have a, let me see if I can find it real quick. Wow, that took a minute to find. I think this is called a pastry cutter, and I'm going to use this. I think this would be a really great idea to use. So, we're going to use that. Okay, moving on. We need a tablespoon of vanilla. So again, we are just using cheap vanilla. It works, and yeah, I'm going to get more vanilla. Just a lot more than I thought. Alright. Do we have more? I should. If not, I will pick more up. I thought we had a backup. I guess not. Okay. Well, hopefully none of my other recipes really need much. Alright, sorry. Not me talking forever. And then, oh, you literally cannot see that at all. It is pure almond extract. Tablespoon as well. Or almond extract, I don't know. Stuff that good old Aldi has. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is just simply take our pastry cutter and just put it all together. Really, really easy. Do it with your fingers or whatever if you need to. This is also just going to be a dough. I'm gonna get in with my hand real quick just to mush everything together. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 350. And then, very similarly to when we did the peanut butter balls, we're just going to, everything out of the way, we're just going to roll these into balls. Okay, so after I rolled all of those out, I got 23. I was hoping for 24, but 23 still will be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven. Oh my lord. I am so sorry. We love that when that happens. I'm gonna go ahead, pop these in the oven. It says between 15 and 18 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do 15 because my oven runs a little hot, and we will be back. Alright, here they are, fresh out of the oven. If you make these, be very careful, because my dumbness just touched one, and it like stuck to my finger and burned really bad. So, but yeah, directions say to let them cool completely, so that is what I am going to do, and then we will come back for the next part. Okay, so while the BEETTES are cooling, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to our next recipe, which is press cookies. So, again, I'm gonna try to figure out a link to everything at the bottom, but you can definitely not. Whatever. It's an old recipe. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna be making a double batch. These are delicious and you wanna have a ton. So, we are going to be using buttered flavored shortening. So, 2 sticks of those. 1, 2. I also didn't say I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. Okay. So next, if this was a single batch, we'd be doing a half cup of sugar. Because I'm doubling it, we're going to do a full cup of sugar. Alright, 1 cup of sugar. Alright, next up I'm adding in 2 eggs. Again, if you were doing the normal batch, you would only do 1. Oops. It calls for 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, so I'm just going to do 1.5 teaspoons. And it calls for 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla, so again, 1.5. This is all I have. I'm literally almost out of vanilla, so we're going to see how far we get. Might just have half a teaspoon left. So I had about a teaspoon of vanilla. So I actually have this vanilla bean powder that I'm just gonna add half a teaspoon of that. Just see. That should be okay. Okay. Next, we need half a teaspoon of almond extract. So I'll be doing 1 full teaspoon. Hopefully I have enough. I don't realize how many recipes I make with almond extract. Oh no! I'm like out. Okay, well, I honestly have nothing to replace that, so it's just, I think I'm just gonna have to go without. Yeah. Oh. Wait, what's this? Peppermint. Okay. Definitely not that. I will, after I've like mixed up the dough, taste it. If I feel like it needs anything, I could always add more of like that vanilla powder or something. But I think it'll still taste pretty close. And then the next step that is going to probably take me 5 million years is it calls for 2.5 cups of flour, so that means we need 5 cups. So let me start with that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's gonna go in with the pastry blender, whatever. Just start blending all of that together. Whoops. Make a huge mess. I did just read the instructions. I thought we've always just mixed all of them together, so don't mind me. But I do see that the instructions say to mix kind of like you normally would all the wet ingredients together. So basically everything minus the flour, and then you would just add in the flour. So that's, my bad, but I think it's still gonna be fine. Just gonna get in with my hands. Okay, that feels pretty good. Okay, so next all we're gonna do is just take a cookie press. I got one of these, or I got mine off of eBay. Okay. And let's see. Going to start loading in our dough. Really easy. Okay. Trying to see if you can just see it. I'm just gonna crank the handle until it kind of mushes everything together. But basically, until I'm just this, it's hard to see, this handle, I'm just cranking it until we start to see stuff come out. And then I'm just using, I've had the best experience using just a thin, cheapy kind of cookie sheet. This is a pizza pan that I bought forever ago from Dollar Tree. Okay, you can see it's starting to come out. And then no grease on this tray. And then it does take you a little bit to kind of get used to it. I think what's hard is trying to get it where they're not too big. I'm gonna go ahead and do this about, 5,000 more times. I am really tempted to get, one of the newer presses. Let me see if I can move you more like here. Make this a bit easier for me. I'm tempted to get one of the newer presses that you just click and then it just automatically does enough dough. This is kind of hard, but it's not too bad. And it is kind of cool to do something that was a vintage thing. Okay, so it's probably not perfect, but whoa. I'm gonna go ahead, pop these suckers in my 400-degree preheated oven. It says between 5 and 7 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna put a red hot in the center, which I should be able to show you, and then another 3 minutes. Alright, so while those were in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and bring over our KUTA BEETTES that have been cooling. All we're gonna go ahead and do is, I don't know if you can see it. Oop, hold on a second. we have our timer going off, so we're gonna pause that. Let's move over to, sorry, I'll try to make this look a little bit smoother, to our oven. We're gonna go ahead and take out our pressed cookies. Looking beautiful. And then I have some we'll call them Red Hot, Rudolph knows, whatever. So I just have some of these left over. Taking some of those. Oopsie. We're just going to pop them. Oh my lord, this is so hard to do one-handed. Into each of our little cookies. So next I'm just gonna take some green sugar and just lightly shake some onto each of our little guys. Just to give them a really festive touch. These are probably one of my most favorite Christmas cookies. Probably one of the only that I mainly do. And they're delicious, and I just love how festive they are. Okay, back in the oven for 3 more minutes. So moving back over to our KUTA BEETTES. So this is what they look like when they are completely finished. And then, so to do that, pretty simple. I just have here a container of powdered sugar. And then all we're gonna do is I'm just using just a little kind of knife cake spatula thing just to carefully take these off. Be very careful. These are a very fragile cookie. I would say these are pretty cold. You could always leave them a little bit longer. I did some last night and left them overnight, and they were quite sturdy this morning and a lot easier to handle. They're not really falling apart. I'm just saying that I've had that issue in the past, so it definitely is important to let these cool. And I'm just dunking them, hopefully, I think you can see, in the powdered sugar and placing it on our little tray. This is definitely, if you have little ones, this is a real fun step. You can almost even like twist some of the cookies off if that's easier for you. They will stick, so don't freak out. A little bit will stick. It's really not a huge deal. I feel like these look so fancy, but totally random. Maybe it's just me. Has anybody seen, oh my god, is it Flowers in the Attic? I know these don't look exactly like that, but they look pretty close. Okay, so our timer has gone off, so I'm just gonna go ahead, stop that, and let's bring out our little cookies. Let's see how they look. They smell incredible. And look at how beautiful those look. They are just lightly, very lightly golden brown. Let me see if turning on this light over here helps. A little bit. They are so good. Yeah, they're actually a little soft. So we're gonna go ahead, let those cool for a minute, come back. If they need to, I'll put them back in, but I think they might be okay. Okay, so we have another test of some more pressed cookies. So with these ones, I'm actually doing the embellishments before it goes in the oven. The way I did it last time definitely worked. So just for this batch, we're seeing how it works. If we don't like how, or if I don't like how this When that's it, then I'll just go back to how I was doing it the first time. And then back in the oven for the 6 minutes. I feel like I look horrible. Oh. Hi, okay, sorry if I look terrible. I've just been cooking all day long, as you have seen. But this is just going to be the end of today's video. I feel like the lighting in here is like so bad. Let me stand in front of my pantry. Is that a little better? Maybe we'll walk in here a little bit better. Not really, kind of. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick everything kind of completed. Sorry, I'm like totally, moving the stand and I'm not meaning to. But, yes, thank you so much for being here. I am super excited and just happy to have you here, and thank you for watching, my video today. Yeah, happy holidays if you celebrate. I know this will be going up, like, the day or two after. But, yeah, so let's go ahead and roll in with that other footage. Alright, so just showing you everything. You see how everything kind of turned out. So I made a ton of peanut butter balls. So if you're following what I did, do not make as much because literally, this is how much I have left. I have so much. Everything else I kind of ran out of. I'm like running low on. But the peanut butter balls, I just made like a billion on accident. But I basically just did a ton of peanut butter balls. A little bit of the chocolate with the Rice Krispies. Just a couple of each. I did about 5 of the pressed cookies, a couple Rice Krispie treats, 2 of those KUTA BEETTES, and that is it. I'm just going to plastic wrap all of these, stack them up, and take them to my work. But, hold on. Or I guess we'll just leave this here. That is it. I will see you. I already did an outro, but I will see you on the next video. Okay, bye.